Everyone, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys. Well, we got the hair, we got the Johnny Bravo going. I don't even know what the f- is happening, but we got it. Okay. Um, we're back to talk about Gia Giudice and some of the next gen NYC drama, but also some of the Real Housewives of New Jersey tea. So yeah, I feel like we have a lot. I mean, honestly. It makes me happy. I mean, I'm sure it's not great for everybody living it, but the good thing is about like when we talk about these people who are living the drama, just remember you guys are making amazing paychecks. You're getting a lot of money, a lot of endorsements, and a lot of things out of it. This Johnny Bravo hair is like really insane. Um, so we're not mad about talking about it. But yeah, with that, smash the like button, show some love, and let's jump right in. So we talked about this like maybe a week ago where Teresa Giudice was on this show and she was asked about her tax issues and she ended up logging off and she was like, "No, for now on, I'm not going to do any shows like that. I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to be attacked. I'm not going to be put in a situation that I don't want to be put in." And I agreed with her. I said that from the jump. I'm like, "Well, if you go on, especially because I know as somebody who interviews Bravo personalities, they give me questions. They approve my questions. I give them questions. They approve those questions. If I ask a question that's like not great, then they will chime into the Zoom because they sit in the background and they'll be like, "No, scratch that." And you're like, "Okay." So why was that not handled the same way? I don't know. I mean, mind you, I know it was live TV, but anyways, during a remote live segment on WGN9 Chicago, host Larry Potash asked Teresa, "How is it that a family doesn't pay their taxes for years? Is that what the fraud charges were?" And she said, "What family are you talking about?" And he's like, "Yours." And she was like, "Okay, I'm hanging up. That's it." And she evaded the question. She was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this shit." But Gia did publicly support her mom on the Biofiles podcast, calling the question insulting and unprofessional. And she defended Teresa's right to end the interview, saying, "I thought she handled it perfectly. You know, people have this whole narrative that we just don't pay our taxes." But Gia did emphasize that Teresa has been working, busting her ass, and paying everything since she got out of prison or camp, whatever you want to call it. And she noted that the public is like very misinformed about their tax history and that the details are nobody's business. But for Teresa and her ex-husband, Joe, they pleaded guilty in 2014 to mail, wire, and bankruptcy fraud. Teresa served 11 months in prison. Joe served 41 months before being deported to Italy in 2019. And then March of 2025, Page Six reported tax liens that Teresa owes approximately about $303,889, while her husband owes over 2.6 million plus in liens. So Gia quietly, she did reassure her fans back in March that they have everything under control and there's nothing to worry about. And people think that they know what happened, but still to this day, they don't, is what she said on the Biofiles podcast. She said, "My mom has been the sole provider, working her ass off to make sure that my sisters and I live a very stable life." And, you know, she is always going to have her mom's back. And truly, I get it because I would be the same way. I would be like, if you're sitting there asking my mom about her shit, I would be like, "Who the are you to ask my mom?" This is why I'm really, really happy that my parents are not on a reality TV show. I think that I would be a menace. I'd be like, "You don't get to talk to my parents like that." But for Gia, this is all that she's really ever known. Now, if you guys have not seen the latest of what she said, "I thought she handled it perfectly. She's just over it. People have this whole narrative that we just don't pay our taxes. It's honestly comical for me, but I feel so bad for my mom because she has been busting her ass and paying everything since she has gotten out of prison." Yeah. Well, moving on. Next, let's go to NextGen NYC because this was a good one.
I was hanging out with Charlie all the time. Like, other people were supposed to be on this cast and actually like dropped out because the Housewives kids were going to be on it. And I know firsthand, I can't speak for Ava and Amira because I don't know if I really talked to them about this prior, but I know Charlie was definitely like pressed about it. I think he felt very like blindsided by the additions and like blah, blah, blah. And like, honestly, he was not saying the nicest things about the Housewife kids prior to meeting them. I don't know.
What did he say?
He's like, I don't want to be on a flyer with them, like they're tacky, blah blah blah. Yeah, so I don't think he like had it out for anyone in particular. I think he was just sort of Charlie being Charlie, just like, I don't know, he's sort of just like, he has a tendency to look down on people, I think. But I do know, because I was hanging out with Charlie all the time, like other people were supposed to be on this cast.
Okay. Well, that was news to us. I don't understand why the additions of the housewives, like their children, their offspring, would be an issue. Also, by the way, who the fuck are you to even have a stance on it? Like, I like Charlie Zakor on the show. Do I think that he is abrupt? Do I think that he is triggering to a lot of people? Do I think that all of the things? Yes, I think that he's like a young James Kennedy who's going on NextGen NYC, and I don't necessarily know if I love it yet. There are a lot of moments that I have not loved, especially with Riley Burris. I think that those have been like very garbage moments for him. And then even the way that he ended up going up against her and he was telling her like, you're poor, you're shit, like you're a bitch, you came on here because of me. I was like, I truly don't know what's happening at this point. But what? I don't know. I want to hear what you guys think. Not only that, but then there was this little clip. Here, I'm going to play it for you. From Rhode Island, because they're filming The Real Housewives of Rhode Island. And I actually love seeing this. And it looks like we have Dolo. You can see Polly. Okay. So we know for a fact we're getting Dolo. Dolores Catania, if you guys don't know Dolo. Dolores Catania from The Real Housewives in New Jersey. I'm really excited about this. I think that this is going to be such a great addition, and I think that this is going to be a great crossover. Listen, at the end of the day, I feel like there's a lot to look forward to. I don't think Georgia, her coming out, Georgia McCann saying that Charlie was not happy about the cast, that's going to get him fired or anything like that. I think that he will eventually get himself fired. We're going to see. I feel like we're watching somebody who is going to get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 seasons of a show. He's going to self-destruct. And I think that this is obvious. Like we're watching a train wreck as it's happening, but I'm not going to judge it. And I'm here to watch every single second of it. So with that, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Definitely don't forget to hit that notification bell. And don't forget that tonight we have Anchor Watch at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, which is going to be a good one featuring yours truly. Love you guys. Bye.